Alright guys, let's do top 10 famous people who tragically died while performing. Sorry. I usually say performance. No, you're not. I might have to charge my phone. I knew it was gonna do that. I did let my boyfriend know.
We'll be excluding famed escapologist Harry Houdini, as his death has been linked to a backstage assault, with the consequences only setting in once he was on stage. Number 10, John Eric Hexum.
You'll be coming with us, Mr. Harper. Thanks, but I already have a date. Well, you don't understand, look.
John Eric Hexum was just 26 when he died, fooling around on the set of the CBS TV series Cover Up.
I don't think I'd be interested in being
Come on. An actor and model with a promising career ahead. Something happened to him.
Oh, why ads?
Hexum decided to play Russian roulette in between takes with a gun used in a previous scene, which was loaded with blanks.
Oh, and Thursday, if I can't do painting tonight,
That firing blanks at close range
I will do it Thursday, okay?
put the gun to his temple, pulled the trigger, fractured his skull, and caused massive damage.
Now, unless you were the murderer, I'd appreciate it if you got that.
He was declared brain dead after 6 days of surgery, and his mother gave permission to switch off life support and donated Hexum's organs. The series paid tribute to the fallen actor in the following episode.
John Eric Hexum died in October of this year, but the lives he touched will continue to be brightened by his light forever and ever.
Number 9, Carl Walenda.
The idea was to promote a circus act he was performing with his granddaughter. So, a high wire walk across the street from one beachfront hotel to another.
No, thank you.
Acclaimed daredevil group, the Flying Walendas. Carl Walenda certainly lived life on the edge. The mind behind a hair-raising human pyramid in which 7 acrobats formed 3 tiers and cycled across a wire. Walenda made one walk too many.
I'm not scared of heights, but what have you fall?
The Great Walendas was best known for the creation of their 3-level human pyramid. It was also their most dangerous act.
The then 73-year-old fell 10 stories during a stunt between the 2 towers at the Condado Plaza Hotel in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Walenda had famously described being on the wire as life, and the rest is waiting.
Like Papa Walenda said, life is on the wire. The rest is just waiting.
But it was a balancing act that eventually, horribly, proved the death of him.
Because the rigging was rigged improperly under his feet.
Number 8, J.I. Rodale. Jerome Irving Rodale's death came with particularly dark irony. The writer, magazine editor, and health food guru for America passed away on the Dick Cavett Show in 1971.
They're really ahead of us, huh?
Although technically not a performance, he had just finished his interview and was sitting to one side while another interviewee, columnist Pete Hamill, spoke to the show's host.
What are you doing with
Rodale's
Jezebel?
earlier section, the health enthusiast had been discussing the
Let's see
benefits
your
of a
nose
natural
wiggle.
diet and lifestyle, reportedly quipping that he had, quote, decided to live to 100, and that he'd, quote, never felt better. Just a few minutes later, he suffered a heart attack and was dead at 72.
In those days, they said, oh, your heart doesn't sound right. They didn't know.
Number 7, Les Harvey. As guitarist for the 70s blues rock group Stone the Crows, Les Harvey's career was just taking off when he died on stage at a show in Swansea, Wales. Stone the Crows, who were managed by Led Zeppelin's Peter Grant, were fresh off of their third album, Teenage Licks, when Harvey was doing a sound check before a gig in May 1972. On a rain-soaked stage, Harvey touched what turned out to be an ungrounded microphone and was electrocuted on the spot. The band never truly recovered, although a fourth album was released, and Harvey is forever listed as part of the famous 27 Club. Number 6. Victor Vic Morrow. The American actor Vic Morrow was killed with two child actors, Micah Din Lee and Renee Shin Yi Chen, while shooting a scene for 1983's Twilight Zone, the movie. The trio died when pyrotechnics caused a low-flying helicopter to crash on top of them, and Morrow was decapitated by the rotor. The incident brought unprecedented legal action against the film crew, as director of the sequence John Landis and others were tried on charges of manslaughter, but acquitted. It also resulted in stronger, safer film safety standards finally being introduced.
Look, Sergeant, I had stripes too, and I didn't get them for nothing. I bet you didn't lose them for nothing either.
Number 5. Brandon Lee. As the son of martial arts legend Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee was busy following in his father's footsteps when a freak on-set accident took his life in 1993.
Try hard. Try again. Victims. Aren't we all?
While filming the last scenes of the Alex Proyas movie The Crow,
Them
Lee was
movies came out when I was a
unintentionally
baby.
shot by a faulty Glock 44 Magnum after an improperly deactivated cartridge became lodged in the barrel.
Think you're shot, boy.
Fellow actor Michael Massey unknowingly fired the shot during a scene in which Lee's character walks in on his fiancée being beaten by thugs. The movie, which was days from completion when tragedy struck, was finished with the support of Lee's family, and with Chad Stahelski stepping in as Lee's double.
Guess it's not a good day to be a bad guy on a skank.
Number 4. Owen Hart.
He came down very quickly, and that's what caught my eye.
Professional wrestlers face risks every time they enter the ring. Owen Hart was one of the WWF's top talents, heading into Over the Edge, a pay-per-view event on May 23rd, 1999.
Wink, wink, yeah, we
I
know
was
it's Owen
9
Hart.
years old.
He thinks he's a superhero.
Hart, performing as the Blue Blazer at the time, was being lowered into the ring superhero style when a quick release mechanism malfunctioned, and he fell 78 feet, landing chest first on the top rope.
Why me? Because the WWF needs a superhero like the Blue Blazer.
Several attempts were made to revive him, but he was killed by blunt force trauma. Controversially, the show continued, although the actual incident was not aired.
I actually know firsthand from the wrestlers involved that they wheeled my dead brother right past all the wrestlers and actually pushed wrestlers out the door and said, go, go, go.
While Owen received treatment, it was commentator Jim Ross who had the unenviable task of assuring viewers at home that Hart's incident was not an act.
This was not part of the storyline. This was a terribly, terribly tragic situation.
Number 3. Tommy Cooper.
I said to the Chinese waiter, I said, look, this chicken got his coat. So I should be potentially.
As one of Britain's best-loved and respected comedians and magicians, Tommy Cooper was an icon of his time.
You're thinking of brazier with an eye.
What are you talking about? You've got two eyes.
Known for his red fez and his just like that tagline, he was a gifted showman, but just like that, he was gone. Millions of TV viewers watched in April 1984 when Cooper collapsed midway through his act on the variety show Live from Her Majesty's. Given his penchant for slapstick, the audience roared with laughter, thinking Cooper's very real heart attack was all part of the show. But as those backstage realized what had happened, the curtain was drawn on Tommy one last time.
He really was one of the funniest men in the business. And to this day, we all still miss him very, very much.
Number 2, Steve Irwin.
3.
An Australian treasure and an international star, Steve Irwin boldly went where most wouldn't dare, to bring the world's most dangerous animals to our TV screens. Known as the crocodile hunter, he got up close and personal with crocs, dragons, lizards, snakes, sharks, pretty much everything. But Steve's last subject was a 6.5-foot stingray, which he was filming just off
I
the coast of
remember
Port
that
Douglas,
happened.
Queensland.
This one was extraordinarily large. It was 8 foot wide, massive bull rat.
The animal unexpectedly turned on Irwin during the shot and stabbed its barb wildly into his chest. Irwin initially suspected a punctured lung, but the attack had pierced his heart, and he died of blood loss before the crew could return to land.
Was saying to him things like, "I think it's your kid, Steve. Hang on, hang on, hang on." He just sort of calmly looked up at me and said, "I'm dying," and that was the last thing he said.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Johnny at Ace.
Is it a tight feeling across the chest? Yeah. Pain in the back and left shoulder? Yeah. Little dizziness, kind of sick to your stomach? Yeah. I guess you have a number 16 then. Come on out here and help me unload this truck.
Number 1, Dimebag Darrell. We've seen sudden deaths, accidental and accidental killings, but Dimebag Darrell was murdered while performing. Damage Plan was just moments into their set when ex-Marine Nathan Gale shot Darrell Abbott 3 times in the head with a 9mm pistol before killing 4 more people and taking a hostage. The carnage only ended when a police officer came from backstage and shot Gale dead. Theories on Gale's motive include anger at how Dimebag's former band Pantera had broken up, and claims that Pantera had stolen some of Gale's songs. However, police never officially recognized a reason for Dimebag's senseless killing. Do you agree with our list? Whose death did we miss?
I know since it happened,
Alright guys, I will see you my 5th one, so I see you then.